Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Eric McKinley. This is Thought Provoking Thursday. And just wanted to reach out to you this morning and drop a couple of nuggets to you. So do me a favor as you jump on, drop your city and your state. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Like it, share it, and tag somebody. In that order. Like it, share it, and tag somebody. And if you find some value in it, drop a comment. Don't be rude, man. Say good morning. It's Thursday morning, man. It's the 5th of November, and we still seem to be wrapped up into November 3rd. I want to see if I can take your mind off of that for a minute and share some information with you that you may find interesting. You may find interesting because this was going on well before the elections. This was going on well before the elections, and it has continued to take place. So here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling financially. So let's just put some things into perspective. Before I get started, my mission, my goal is to share financial education with as many people who are willing to listen, with as many people who are willing to want to change, but don't have the ability or don't know how to get started changing their finances. My mission is to educate and inform, because if we can properly educate and inform, then we can make an informed decision. And in doing so and making an informed decision, now you cannot have to worry about what he said, she said, or even dealing with our family members and our children's children starting over. We don't have to worry about that. So it's all about adding value to you and sharing this information to share with you how important it is, so you can know numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie. Hey, what's going on, Luther? Thanks for jumping on, man. Numbers don't lie, but people lie, and these numbers have not gotten better. I don't care what the financial gurus say. I don't care what Yahoo Finance says, or money market finance. I don't care what they say. The numbers are not getting better because they're not polling. They're not polling everybody. Everybody's not answering to these polls. But I got some stats right here. I'm gonna read to you, and it says right here that 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. It's probably a little bit more right now. Probably a little bit more that living paycheck to paycheck percentage wise, and it's due to not understanding finances. It's not just due to the pandemic. It's not just due to the pandemic. The pandemic took the wool off of a lot of people's eyes. But you got 78, 80% or more of people who are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I don't know what you consider living paycheck to paycheck is, but my understanding and what I think living paycheck to paycheck is, if you don't have at least 90 days on a minimum, on the low side, 90 days of living expenses, then you're just a paycheck away from losing everything. Okay. So living paycheck to paycheck, you may get paid every 2 weeks and you may have enough money to last you for the month. You're still technically living paycheck to paycheck, because if you miss one payment, one paycheck, all it takes is for one paycheck missed to actually fall behind on your bills, and then your credit starts going to crap, and now you're stressing and everything. So that's what these numbers are going to be telling you about. It says 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 in some type of savings account. I think it's more than 62. I think it's more like 69%. And I did this for a reason. I did this for a reason because the numbers are always going to change. And for the most part, in your immediate circle, these numbers may get better, and they could get better. But overall, if you look at the overall state of people and how they're not living in a good financial state. If you don't have at least $1,000 in liquid cash or accessible to you, and something happens like your refrigerator goes out, you have a flat tire, you have an unexpected medical expense, and your medical coverage doesn't take care of it. anything that can be an emergency. If that happens and you don't have at least $1,000, let's just being real modest. If you don't have at least $1,000 in that emergency account or the contingency account, ask yourself, how are you gonna get that money? How are you gonna get it? Well, the answer is, well, I'm gonna borrow it from my family members. Well, you know, for a lot of people, their family members in the same place, the same position. Somebody may say, well, you know what, I'm gonna go to the bank and get a loan. Well, you may not be able to get a loan because your credit may not be good enough. What about going to a family member, or maybe going to a check cashing place, right? I'm going to go to a check cashing place and I'm going to get a payday loan. Well, that's going to get you deeper and deeper in debt, and everything that you said is going to get you in debt. Here's the deal. All seriousness, if you don't have at least $1,000 in savings, we need to talk, because there's some strategies, just strategies that you can use to actually position yourself to live a little better. Okay. 26% of Americans have no savings at all. That means not only are they living paycheck to paycheck, but they don't have any savings at all. They don't have at least $400 or $500 in an account. See, the numbers are not getting better. The story doesn't get better with having a lack, okay, a lack of education, a lack of understanding, a lack of information. Doesn't get better. Having no savings at all, what does that do for your family? I mean, you got a family of three, you know, you got a family of four, a family of five, and something happens. But we still have people who are out there doing things as if they have the money, but they really don't. 83% of Americans don't have enough cash to cover any emergency. Any emergency. Now, there's some other numbers on here that there's some other numbers that should be on here, like the amount of people who are not ready for retirement, the amount of people who have bad credit. You know, 68 million or so people have bad credit. About 40% of Americans are not ready for retirement, not positioned for retirement. You want to understand that no amount of just praying, no amount of just waiting and wishing for things to fall out of the sky is going to help you. See, it says the craziest and saddest number is that 98% of those people that I just said are doing nothing but complaining. They're complaining about how the struggle is real. They're complaining about how bad things are. They're complaining about how nobody's out there looking out for poor people. They're complaining about how, you know, the government is not doing their part, yada, 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 all that, right? They're praying, but they're not taking any action. They're hoping and wishing, but they're not taking any action. And most people, understand me, most people will not take action. Most people will continue to do what they're doing because they have a steady income coming in, but they don't understand the idea of cash flow. Now, it's about 2%. Out of the 100, 98% are going to continue to complain. It's about 2% that is going to make the decision to do something about it. That's why I'm here right now. I'm here right now to appeal to the 2%. Now, I know in your eyes, you may say 2% is a small number, but when you got 350 million Americans out there and you're talking about 2%, that's 7 million. We can reach people if we have the right information to share with them. The problem is people don't believe that they can be financially free, do better financially, or be in a better financial situation. I just want to share this information with you to let you know that the numbers don't lie. People do. It doesn't matter who is positioned in office. If you don't understand how your money works, you will be the one to pay the price. I encourage you to look at some information that I left. Look at it, see if it makes sense. Ask a question. If somebody shares this information with you, get back with them so they can help you to get on the right road to financial freedom. My name is Eric McKinley, and like I always say, when you know better, That's when you have the ability to do that. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. You guys have a great day. Peace.